From WPTV News Channel 5, it's Slay Your Day with TA.
Well, hi guys, it's TA from Taste and See South Florida here at WPTV, and we are trying out this Be Live software. It's my first time using it, so I'm very excited, and it lets us do a lot of cool things, including bring in our guest today, which is Linda Birdsley from the Kravis Center. Hi, Linda, how are you?
Hey, I'm great, TA. Thank you.
So I don't know if you've been driving on 95, but I went there the other day to check out all the progress that you've done on the renovations at the Kravis Center, and I came across this weird tarp thing on 95. I'm like, what is this thing? Everywhere on Okeechobee is renovating, include 95, and somebody says they're sandblasting or something. Have you seen that?
I have seen that and driven by it. Right. At first, I was like, "What is that? Did they paint the wall? For a second there, and then like, oh no, it's like a big tarp, just like you said." Right.
I was like, do they have termites right there? What's going on? But
They're doing some kind of renovation there or work. I know. Can't tell you exactly what, but I know there's some kind of renovation going on.
So, Linda, let's back up a little bit. What has the impact of the coronavirus been on the Kravis Center for the first part of last year's season, or the last part of last year's season?
Well, right. I mean, as I'm sure most of your folks know, or everyone's been no secret that we shut down in March. We, as with a lot of, the whole country practically. And so for us, that meant, a lot of our shows for the season through March through June had to be canceled. And with that, we had to refund like almost $4.2 million,
Oh,
back. So it was, yeah, it was a very hard time, but and we are, just moving on from that. But yeah, that was we went remote. We started working from home, just as a lot of the country has been doing, and some of us continue to do. And so that's where we're at. We're at this point, we're not open to the public. Obviously, we're not doing any shows right now, and we are just launched our season for next season, but and we'll talk about that, I know, in this segment. But yeah, so yeah, March, it was like a shut down and close our doors. Our phones are off, and basically everyone continued to work, but everyone went to remote at home working and just trying to get set up to work at home, which was something new for a lot of us. That whole process was very daunting.
well, listen, I can literally go downstairs to my living room, plug my camera into the internet, and go live. I'm like, you're never getting me back in the studio. Except today we had a
I know.
issue, and I had to come into the studio.
Right. I hear a lot of people say that. My husband gets out of bed and says, "I'm going to work now. I'm walking to work." And he loves it. So it's been great in a lot of ways. In fact, I think some ways even somewhat even more productive in so many ways too, just being from home.
And getting to have your dog with you if you have a dog or a pet.
Oh my gosh, my dogs are like when I they're never going to be the same. They're just like I got to know them better. Because usually I only see them for a few hours at night when I come home, and now it's like I know so much more about them.
Absolutely. Jocelyn has a question, but we'll get to that in just a second, Jocelyn, don't worry. Now moving forward, you announced this season. What are you guys doing to keep people safe during the pandemic? Or do you have new procedures?
As far as what, it's hard. Your volume is really low, and I can't get it up.
I was asking if you have new procedures to keep people safe. Once we get to go back to the theater, is there new?
Yes. Yes. In fact, they're on our website. If you go to our website, kravis.org/COVID -19, you'll see there is our guidelines of what we are currently have in place to keep not only our patrons, our staff, and artists, safe and protocols in place. So it's all listed there. You can, anyone online can go there and read. We are currently saying, if anyone does come on once we do open, it's mask up.
Yep.
When we're in the building. And so there's that, but in fact, there's a message right now on our website from our CEO.
I saw that yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of all spelled out there, and definitely, there's masks. We've done all sorts of, and continue to do all sorts of cleaning measures within the building, um, a high-end cleaning of our touch points. Where there's going to be a lot of touch points. We're doing cleaning the air. We have technology that's helping to keep
Wow.
the air very clean, but it's all spelled out there on our website.
Okay, so let's get to why we really want to talk to you today. The 20
Yeah, get to the season.
and everybody in the newsroom is all a buzz about Wicked. They cannot wait to see it.
Oh yeah, Wicked, right. Coming in February. It's never been here before. Very excited about that show, right? For 2 weeks.
And you have a lot of other unique shows. People think of the Broadway when they think of Providence, but there's a lot of minutia there. There's a lot of other things going on at the Kravis Center.
Right. We have we have our full season that we typically do put out. And currently right now it's beginning in kind of the middle of the end of December. And that includes shows both in our Rinker Playhouse, our Person Hall, which is our smaller theaters. And then, of course, we do have things slided, set for the Dreyfus Hall, and closely watching that because with the smaller halls, it's much more easier to, have that situation move forward. And I know, and I think we sent you some. I see you've got the video there running on the various shows that we do have coming in, and I think some of those are like Complexions, which we've had here before, which is a dance company doing Beethoven to Lenny Kravitz, which will be interesting.
Yeah.
We're here a year or two before doing Beethoven to Bach to now I can't remember. It was another artist, but they combine like a rock artist with a classical artist and do a lot of variations on dance. I just saw a video in there with the doo-wop group, which is going to be doing like a Jersey Boys, Motown, Bronx Tale type music along some holiday hits.
Rebecca wants to know if
And then there's a group called Enra, which is another sort of dance, gymnastics, acrobatics, martial arts dance group coming in. One Night of Queen will be back.
That sounds good.
We've had before.
Rebecca wants to know if there's any family entertainment this year.
There is some family entertainment. We have some family fair entertainment in our season. There's the Mountain Film tour that comes every year, and they're going to have like a family fair for kids. We also have the Quinto Tell Me a Story. It's going to be presenting like a story time on stage, and that's just a couple of things.
Yeah, no worries.
There may be a few things in the hall too, the big hall.
There are, I think. I saw them yesterday. If you want to get the complete list, it's at wptv.com/taste, and we broke it out for you. Now, Jocelyn said we got our season tickets for Broadway, but some of the shows are already canceled. I think it was just one, right?
Right. Well, My Fair Lady did cancel their tour, and we did announce that. So it went from a 7-show series right now to a 6-show series. So that did happen. So
what I'm excited about is this puppet show for the Golden Girls. Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh, right. Does that look like fun?
It does.
So yes, there they are, Blanche, Rose, Dorothy, and Sophia. Yeah, all puppets. And there's a whole story there. I mean, everyone I talk to of all ages, like in their 20s up, are excited about that show. So,
I don't know.
Yeah, they're little puppets, and they're kind of like an Avenue Q style. That's me saying that, not the show.
Right, of course.
And there's a whole story around it. So, I mean, that one looks so funny and so cute. And people are, like I said, I hear like in our staff, some of the 20-year-olds saying, oh, I want to go see that, So it's like, it's going to be a fun show for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know that you guys each year put out a beautiful glossy pamphlet, and this year it says the show must go on. Tell me about
Here
that.
it is.
Can you put it up into the camera? There you go.
I'm trying. Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see it. So it basically says the show goes on. And tell me about that. the
Yeah,
concept?
this is our season, our a nice season brochure that we just dropped to our donors. They're getting it in the mail now currently. And you can also see it online at kravis.org/brochure. So it's there for the public to view and flip through and then see all the shows that are coming. And like I said, right now our donors are ordering tickets and they will continue to order. And then for the public, we have our public ticket sale when the public will be able to order is October 23rd.
That's awesome. And I'll ask you another question about ticket sales in just a minute. But everybody wants to know, because the construction has been going on during this crisis, and they want to know what the Kravis Center looks like right now. Have you seen it?
It's actually most of our construction, it's all pretty much done. We have a few things with signage that we're going to be putting in, some wayfinding signage, some screens that will be going up and things like that. But the hard construction, the plaza's been done, the garage, the valet garage has been done, the lobby. I mean, we had that pretty much almost before this pandemic came upon us, was pretty much all finished and done, and it looks amazing. I have to say myself, it really truly looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful on the outside for sure. Now, this is something. This is your Slay Your Day takeaway. This is what I want people to really listen to. And you've talked to me about this a lot of times because people really get taken advantage of sometimes with ticket sales.
Oh yeah.
Can you go into your sort of diatribe about that?
Yes, about ordering from the Kravis Center when you order tickets. Yes, people, listen up. It's kravis.org. That is the website to order your tickets from. There are sites out there that have the word Kravis in it. They have the word Kravis ticketing in it. And these are not our sites. And folks get trapped into these sites ordering tickets, thinking they're ordering from us, and they're not. And then they're paying double, triple, 4 times, 5 times the price. And they're stuck. There's nothing we can do. That's why we always say, buy from kravis.org. Do not go anywhere else. If you have a problem with your ticket, then you'll be able to come to us with that.
Right.
Very hard to solve that problem, and we really truly can if you bought it from a third party.
You were telling me that once or a few times, not just once, people come up and their tickets aren't valid, or they've paid triple the face value and they're like, why am I?
Right. Exactly. That's what happens. They come to the box office, they're picking up their tickets, and then they see on the face value of the ticket, but they're holding some receipt that they've gotten from this other party that they bought online saying, oh, the tickets are, say, let's say $200. They bought 4 tickets. Suddenly they see, oh, they spent $700-800, and they're probably, in a location, not, that they should be seated in a better location for that kind of money. In fact, they could become a member and get priority seating for the money they've just spent on a scalped ticket.
Right.
And from a ticket broker is what they purchased from. So we have a video on our website too about it. They may want to check that out and kind of explains it all. But really, it's kravis.org. It's our official website to purchase our tickets. And we always say, please don't go anywhere else. If it doesn't say kravis.org, it's not us. It's not kravis.com. It's not Kravis ticketing. It's like, and people do. I mean, they just need to take your time, look, and just make sure you don't get into that, that unfortunate trap, because we really feel bad when that does happen to folks.
It has to be heart wrenching when you realize somebody's been taken advantage of like that.
Yeah, we hate to see that. They've just put their money in something, and then they didn't get the seats, that, maybe it's not, I mean, listen, I love every seat in our theater, but do you want to pay for a certain show, this much money to be in, in a certain section when and like that much could get you in a different section. Exactly. Closer.
So tell me what I haven't asked you. I'm if you guys have questions in the chat, I can actually see the chat. So I've asked the ones that have been asked of us so far. And a lot of you are saying thank you, love Wicked, love all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's one from Kathy I wanted to get to. Will there be intermission food or beverage service available?
At this time, that has not been yet determined. As far as intermissions, the food and beverage is not, set yet. And some shows that have intermission, nothing has been said that there would be intermission. Again, we're going through all those processes and reviewing everything and planning and setting up guidelines, just like every other venue and place here, you know, before we open our doors. That will all be thought through, and we are working on that to prepare to welcome the public back to the Kravis Center. So all those things are being explored at this time, but nothing is totally set in stone. And again, it can change too as we go down the road. We could start one way and then move into another direction. You know, it's fluid.
2020 is all about the pivot, right?
It's like pivoting, exactly, zip on a dime. And then what we're doing right now is just being prepared, getting ready, getting our center ready, and staying, you know, turnkey ready. So when we can welcome back our guests, you, the public, too, here, that we're ready to do. Our team is here, keeping our building up to date, maintenance in place, our crew, our tech crew, and like everything is just like, you know, in a process. Our development team is working. We're all working just to get ready, so when we can open those doors and just welcome everyone back in a safe and good environment. And I would like to say, though, if you are interested in anything with the season that you see online, like I said, the members are ordering now, and if you are interested in becoming a member, it's a great support for the Kravis Center. It's tax deductible. It helps us, and it gets you priority access to, you know, all the ticketing that the Kravis Center shows that we present. And you can find that out online at kravis.org.
And really briefly, give me the link again for the anticipated COVID guidelines. Jocelyn's asking. Where do we get that?
What that link is? Yeah, kravis.org/COVID-19.
Got it. And then Jocelyn wants to know, when is the first show going to air? Or not air, that's TV, duh.
The first show currently scheduled is in December. And we have, it's Making Movies. It's part of our Peak series. And that's slated for December 9th.
Well, that'll be a
big day. Playhouse, our small theater.
Sure, that's going to be a big day for you guys. Audrey has a great point. She says, you know, these performers need to get back to work because they're not volunteering. They need to pay bills. They need to make a living. And I know that goes for everybody behind the scenes there at the Kravis Center too.
Totally. I mean, we just had last night was a Red Alert Restart. Maybe you heard about that, where the whole nation was just pointing out and making taking note of all the people in the live event industry that have been out of work, or businesses that had to shut down because of this. And, you know, there's no performances. All the folks behind there and all the things that go with that to put on performance are not happening. So people are out of work. Millions are in the live events industry alone. It's, you know, millions. And it's they all want to go back to work. Everyone wants to get back and get people in here and entertained and have, you know, have a good time. So yeah, it's tough.
I would like to have my old job back too. So if we could get back to work, that would be great.
Yes.
Anything you want to add before we say goodbye?
No, well, I just want to say, if everyone's listening, I just want to thank the public just for their support to the Kravis Center. Just, you know, all the good wishes that you send us through Facebook and email. Again, if you have any questions too, you can reach out to our box office at kravis.org. That's our communication line right now. Our phones aren't on, but box office at kravis.org, and they can also field any questions you might have regarding ticketing or anything with the shows.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll try to bring you more of these as the days go on. And I'm TA for WPTV News Channel 5. Bye.
Slay Your Day can be found in the WPTV app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Plus on the Taste and See South Florida Facebook page and the WPTV free mobile app. Okay.